Ooh. And it's still dripping, so just wait a little bit, it will sit. Hello, my name is Cecilia and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you lots of easy tips on how to make chocolate ganache. It's one of the really useful things that you can use to fill cakes if you make it nice and thick. It's going to be velvety, chocolatey, and I'm going to give you tips on how to make it into different flavors. And if you make it nice and thin, you can turn it into chocolate drips. The kind of drip cake that you see that it's all over town right now. It's so trendy. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to heat up the cream and we're going to use the same cream to make the drip and the ganache that goes inside the filling of the cake. So whenever you use cream, a really good tip is microwave the last little bit for about 10 seconds and you'll be able to get most of it out because it's nice and liquidy now. Another tip is always stir. It's really important to get the temperature even. A really cool tip with making ganache is you can flavor it with a tablespoon or a teaspoon of anything you want, from liqueurs like Patron or Kahlua, or you can put herbs in there like mint and it'll give you a nice chocolate mint flavor. My next tip is really important. Never ever walk away from hot cream because it can overflow and it'll make your kitchen a big mess. It's gonna go up really quickly. Yep, so you want to turn it off now. For ganache, you'll know that your cream is ready when the bubbles start to form and it starts to rise really quickly. Turn the heat off straight away and pour into the chocolate. So because I have 150 grams of chocolate and I want to do a 2-to-1 ratio, I want about 75 grams of cream. That's perfect. Whereas this ganache, the one for the cake, there's a lot of chocolate there. It's like 1.5 kilos. So you just give it a moment to rest. The chocolate will start to take on the heat and it'll start melting. My next tip is whenever you're stirring and your hand's getting tired, move your hand right close to the bottom because it gives you more torque and therefore your hands has a little bit more grip. You're using your arm to stir rather than just your wrist. And this is why you want to sift it. Now to finish off this ganache, we're going to add in a bit of butter and a bit of salt. Now, while that's cooling off, we can make this any color we want. Okay, I've got pink. Perfect. When making a drip for a cake, you can use a piping bag or one of these squeezy bottles. This is pretty handy, but I'm using piping bags, so that's what I'm going to use. To fill a piping bag, you pull it over like a sleeve, and then you use this section. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. You can use this section of your hand to clean your spatula or whatever you're using to fill it up. So pretty happy with it. It feels like body temperature, and you can see that it glides down quite nicely. So you can imagine that's going to do the same effect on the cake. So take it out by holding on to this and pulling it up. You can tie it if you want. Okay, cut a small tip. Just a small one. Then test it out on your container. Looks pretty good. The idea is not to put your tip over the edge, just behind the edge, just a tad at an angle, so that when you're squeezing, it'll just glide over and make a really smooth drip. So let's give it a go. It's nice and chilled. It's been in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes. Then we just go around the cake. You can see it's so pretty. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a go at making the chocolate ganache and that the easy tips will help you out. Stay tuned because in the next video I'm going to make a cake with the ganache that we have done today, and I'm going to show you how to put one together and make it really cool. So if you haven't already done so, support me by subscribing, turning on the notification, liking and sharing my page. Bye!